Good morning, and let's talk about executing the vision that God has given you. Oh, we're still talking about running with the vision, but we're going to talk about executing it. It's a plan, and a plan is a set of instructions. And if not followed, then you don't reach the desired results. Good morning. Let's get started here this morning. If you want to comment and share, we certainly appreciate it and would greatly appreciate you subscribing to us. Go to victoriouspraise.org/podcast, victoriouspraise.org/podcast. We're on all major platforms for podcasts. We're also on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and we'd love for you to follow us and to subscribe to us. So let's get started with this word that we're going to be dealing with all this week. Running with the vision, executing the plan. So the disciples come to Jesus in John 9, and they say, Lord, who did sin that this man was born blind? They wanted to know, was it his parents? Was something he did? And Jesus said it wasn't him nor his parents, but that the works, listen to this word, listen to this, the works should be made manifest in him. I must work the work of him that sent me while it's day. The night cometh when no man can work. And so there is, the work is a part of the key, which we're going to deal with this week when it comes to God's plan for your life. Yes, God does have a plan for your life. Jeremiah 29:11 says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a future and a hope. I know the thoughts that I have for you, saith the Lord. They are thoughts to give you peace. They are thoughts of peace, to give you an expected end. Now, I need you all to get this because this is vitally important. Just because you have a set of plans don't mean you get the results of those plans unless you execute the plan. And this is vitally important. A lot of people have been called of God. They've been given the gifts of God. They have the Spirit of God, but they don't get the results because they are not executing the plan of God. A plan is nothing more than a set of instructions. For I know the plans I have for you. I have plans, but the plans must be executed. Habakkuk said, write the vision, make it plain, so that he may run that readeth it. This running here this week we're talking about is execution, executing the plan. Years ago, I did a class called Dave Ramsey Financial Peace. Perhaps some of you have done that plan, and in his financial peace plan, Dave talks about reaching financial security, reaching financial peace, getting out of debt, becoming all that God has called you to become. Now, I've actually taken the class multiple times, at least 2 times, and perhaps some of you have taken it. And it talks about getting out of debt, becoming financially stable, financially free, debt elimination, being able to do all the things that God has called you to do. But here is the challenge. Part of one of the first things he wants you to do in the plan is to set up a budget. How many of you will set up a budget? Now, here's the real question. How many of you execute or follow through with that budget on a monthly, weekly, or daily basis? When I first started, I did not. I wrote the plan. It was a pretty plan, and then I set it up on the shelf. I did it again. I wrote the plan. It was a pretty plan, and I set it up on the shelf. But one thing I noticed about that plan is that I was still broke after going through the class and writing the plan. I was still struggling. I was still bouncing checks after going through the class and writing the plan. It wasn't until I took the budget and start managing my life according to that budget plan every day. Literally, I got to a point where I watched every penny that came into my account. I got something called Quicken. I believe that's what it was called, Quicken. Well, I believe what it is called because I still use it today. And I began to look at every dollar that came into my life and every dollar that came out, every penny. I watched it. I balanced my budget every day. It wasn't until that point that something happened. I began to pay off debt. Within 6 months, I had quadrupled. Let me say this real clear. Quadrupled my savings. Why? Because I didn't just write the vision, I executed it. I didn't just write the budget, I executed it. See, God has given you what he wants you to be. He's even, for some of you, shown you where you're going, but it requires a plan. If you have a business, you must have a business plan. If you have finances, you must have a financial plan. If you have marriage, you must have a marital plan. He that fails to plan plans to fail. Now that you have your plan, you must execute it. Over the next, and I need y'all to jump in now. Over the next few days, we're going to talk about how to execute your plan. But let me give you a hint, and let me tell you how you can go ahead and get started with it as we discuss it in this 5 minutes to live by. Number one, you must work the plan. Are y'all with me? Number two, not only must you work the plan, you must perform the plan. Work means I must work the work of him that sent me. Perform means I must develop a level of expertise where I'm not just showing up to work, but I'm actually accomplishing the purpose of the work. And number three, I must finish the plan. Finish it. That means that some people are always starting, but they're never getting totally complete. They're starting one relationship to the next, one man to the next, one woman to the next, one job to the next, one church to the next. They talk a good game, but they never finish it. What does that saying say? Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Well, you got to learn how to start it and finish it. You got to learn how, when it comes to the plan of God, hallelujah, to start it and finish it. Now, let the devil start something. You're going to tell him, you may start something, but I'm going to finish it. Don't let your mouth say something that your butt cannot take. Okay, I'm a preacher. You better stop that, Pastor Will. But I need y'all to understand something. This week, we're going to execute this plan. This week, we're going to get down. This week, we're going to learn. But you need to understand something. There is a plan for your life. There are gifts and talents in your life. The Lord is with you, but you've got to execute that which God has called for you. You got to finish it. You got to make it happen. And the only way to do it is to execute it. So I need y'all to stay tuned all this week. We're going to get this thing done. We're going to take that plan. We're going to follow these steps and we're going to execute. We're going to work it. We're going to perform it. That is to perfect it. And we're going to finish it. That is, we're going to end it. Don't just live life. Live a victorious life and have an amazing day. Y'all make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Tell somebody about it. Share this. If you are blessed by our podcast, we do this every day. Please go to victoriouspraise.org/podcast and subscribe. You can listen to this in the car. You can watch it on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever you are blessed by. But we do need you to follow us and become a part of this. Again, don't just live life. Live a victorious life and have an amazing day. God bless you.